Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, do not be a frothy, muddy, meddled clod on this Monday. Be an oracle. That's the Shakespeare insult of the day. Trump went to Minnesota, St. Cloud, Minnesota, with J.D. Vance, and there was an incredible crowd, packed and stacked indoor arena and packed and stacked outside the arena. Speaking of J.D. Vance, Chuck Schumer has called for Donald Trump to pick a different VP choice. And you ready for this heartened request? What the basis of it is? He goes, you really did the Democrats a favor by picking J.D. Vance. You really ought to pick someone else. The idea and the concept that if the Democrats really thought J.D. Vance was good for them, then why did they do it? And everybody keeps talking about J.D. Vance. And I'm telling you, folks, there's one reason why J.D. Vance was picked. He was the guy, Team Trump, President Trump Jr., they trust the most with taking Trump's place with MAGA. They feel like they can talk turkey with this guy. He's on their team. That's why he was picked. So nothing's going to change him not being on this ticket. DeWine gets to pick the next U.S. Senator if J.D. Vance wins, which will be really interesting. As we know, who was once a U.S. Senator? Mike DeWine. Would Mike DeWine pick himself? The number of people that are going to be clamoring for this is going to be crazy. Will he listen to who Trump wants? Like Vivek Ramaswamy. It'll be interesting. Polling rules. You know what polling rules at the border are, Jamie?
No.
You can shoot them. That's the rules that Poland has. You can shoot them. Reed Hastings, founder and president, owner of Netflix, donated $7 million to Kamala. This guy's liberal as hell. Well, the big news over the weekend was this despicable display of France. It made you so uncomfortable you had to turn it off, didn't you, Spindley?
Yeah, couldn't even watch it.
I mean, transvestites reenacting the Last Supper. Why? Just to let you know, if they did something like this against the Muslim religion or Muhammad, they would all be ordered to be killed by the Muslim leaders. What do they call that when they get jihad? It's not a jihad, it's called something else. But the bottom line is, it's disgraceful. Why? Why? The artistic director of France says, it was because we wanted to show inclusion and everybody loving each other. Why does it got to be transvestites to communicate that message? Why do they have them little boys and girls reenact the Last Supper with kitty cats and puppies? Show love that way. That doesn't, by the way, do kittens and puppies and kids insult anybody? No. You know what's going to happen with this. It's all publicity stunt. North Korea hackers are hacking our military secrets. Now, who do you think they're going to give those to? That's right, Russia and China. Russia brought in some more ships to Cuba. Just come on in. Cuba's now a Russian military base under Joe Biden. This is interesting. It's dropped since 2016 by 9 percentage points. Americans who think we're ready for a female president. Going the wrong direction. You know why, in my opinion? Because of Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris. They put up two of the worst. It's boomeranged on them a little bit. All right, Biden coup. This struck me over the weekend. It's pretty wild. The president of the United States is supposed to be, should be, based on his position, the most powerful man on the face of the earth. This president allowed people, a political coup, rich billionaires, Obama, etc., to cause him to quit. He didn't want to quit. Felt like he had to quit when he lost all those people. Now just think about that. What does that mean? That means there are people outside who are more powerful than the president of the United States. Joe Biden. I think it shows how weak Joe Biden was as a president. You know what I would have done? Screw all of you guys. And in my last 6 months of office, I'm going to remember each and every one of you. I'm staying in the race. I mean, I would have fought back. Of course, they wouldn't even dare to approach that with me. All right, Dean Phillips, who ran as a Democratic president and dropped out, said, we were all cowards. We were all cowards facing retribution. Unbelievable. Confession. Kamala's positions. Folks, read Kamala's positions. And I'm going to dog Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania, which are even. How in the hell do half of the people in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin could ever vote for Kamala Harris? What does that say about them? I mean, it's insane. I can't understand why anybody can choose her policies, her demeanor, her background, everything. It's insanity. Israel got hit by Hezbollah. Everybody's saying, oh, don't do anything back. Don't do anything back. Israel's not going to listen to him. Donald Trump went to Nashville for the big Bitcoin. By the way, he once said Bitcoin was a fraud. I think Bitcoin doesn't make any sense to me. That's what Trump once said. But now Trump's all in on Bitcoin. He wants America to be the Bitcoin capital of the world, and he got $4 million in Bitcoin donations. Hey, Trump, you go get them, buddy. All right. Trump says Christians ought to vote for him. You would think. You would think. Macron says, oh, our opening ceremony was so wonderful, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what they do, Sabrina, in France? This is a fact, Sabrina and Jamie. It is common for men and women who are married to have open lovers that they go see in the afternoons. It's like an accepted thing. I'd have a double standard, Jamie. You know what? It'd be like, okay for me. But who would want their wife to do that, right? Well, yeah. All right, Yellen says we need $3 trillion for climate. $3 trillion. Where are we going to get that, Yellen? 92% think Kamala knew about Joe Biden's. Duh, you think? Trump says he's going to continue outdoor events. Good for him. Domino's pizza owner CEO, says that more and more people are picking up their pizzas. And he says that's reflective of how bad the economy is because they don't want to pay, nor can they afford a tip. How sad is that? That's sad. All right, you can't make this up. Strzok, and I think she got $800 million. He gets $1.2 million in his settlement of his case from the DOJ. You know how this happened? The DOJ's his buddy. So just think about this. This guy lies. He's a traitor. He's a criminal. And he gets $1.2 million from who? The liberal Democratic Justice Department. Unbelievable. The FBI has now admitted that it was a bullet that hit Trump. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Do not be a frothy, muddy-metaled clod. Be a hero. Be an oracle like me and Spindley. Ladies and gentlemen, the American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News. Well, Mike DeWine, if J.D. Vance wins, which he's going to be, VP, he gets to pick the next U.S. Senate seat. Can you imagine all the people knocking his doors down for that one? I wonder if he'll appoint himself and go back to the U.S. Senate. He's already been there, done that. With his age, I would hope not, but you never know. Former deputy, pictured right here, Claremont County, 37 counts, including sexual misconduct with a put the guy to death, put him out of his memory. The Inquirer decided to go back down memory lane and talk about Cincinnati's quest that Nick Veer led to get the Olympics way back whenever. I won't write an expose about the Durrani victims, but an old story. Nathan Smith, who is now the NKU chairman of the Board of Trustees. Andy is out there campaigning for Kamala. He went to Iowa Democratic events, spoke, went to Georgia. Did you see his total name ID, though, in the country? Not very good. Brian Kinderas got 30 days for his conduct. You know what? I think he probably deserved a little more than 30 days. Jeffrey Farrar held a woman against her will in Cold Spring, Kentucky. Maybe I'll send Steve Cunningham out there to find out what really happened. But he's in trouble now. You don't hold somebody against their will. 20 candidates have applied for the Cincinnati School Board. That's a lot of candidates for one position. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.
Happy Monday, guys. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. I was in most of the weekend watching the Olympics. Really enjoyed the Olympic time. Anyway, you're watching Eric Deters World News. Today's headlines. Israel's security cabinet is deliberating on how to respond to a deadly attack on the Golan Heights that resulted in 12 deaths. The Turkish president has indicated potential intervention in Israel. France is dwelling with a wave of sabotage targeting telecommunication operators. Fiber optic networks in 6 areas were sabotaged through Paris. Currently hosting the Olympic Games remains unaffected. In other news, a wildfire in Northern California, believed to be arson, has rapidly spread, burning over 350,000 acres near Chico. About 3,700 firefighters are working to contain the blaze, which is only 10% controlled as of yesterday. And record rainfall in North Korea has led to severe flooding, stranding thousands. Leader Kim Jong-un declared an emergency, with images showing submerged homes and farmlands in Seongji City and Ujeong County near the Chinese border. That's all I have for today. I will be back tomorrow. Cheerio.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to Sports Without Boundaries. The Reds lost 2 out of 3 of the Rays over the weekend. They couldn't hit their way out of a wet paper bag. They play the Cubs tonight at Great American Ballpark. Check them out. The United States beat Serbia by nearly 30 points. Kevin Durant was on fire along with LeBron James. It's crazy. All right, what else? Oh, I got another comment about this. You can't make this up. Stephen Kerr did not play Jason Tatum, a 3-time All-NBA player. What the hell? He said he got the rotations going. The United States girls beat Germany 4-1. Carson Foster from Sycamore in Cincinnati area won the 400 meters individual medley. They didn't win, my bad. He got the bronze medal. Last Supper, I already covered this in the main Eric Deters Show. It's disgusting and despicable. Allah Akbar is what this Takistan judo guy said to an Israeli wrestler. And guess what? He later broke his hand in another match. Steven Vandeveld raped a 12-year-old. Was convicted of raping a 12-year-old. Instead of being in the Olympics, he should be dead. Unbelievable. He's for the Dutch, if you didn't know by the name. Boats down the Seine instead of walking into a arena. Weird to me. Not very good for shooting for television either. The Olympic Village food apparently sucks. It's causing real problems. Can you imagine being a world-class athlete? You get over to the Olympic Village, and it's a disaster for your diet. Pretty wild, isn't it? All right. McGregor says he wants to buy the house that Gab has back in Russia due to tax problems. You are mean, McGregor. And Tua and Love both signed big quarterback contracts. Jerry Jones, don't pay Dak anything. Let him go after this year. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, the American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Pop Culture, where Lady Gaga's been dating Michael Polanski for 4 years. They're apparently engaged now. Lady Gaga can sing, but I don't know. Rod Stewart's 80 years old and says he ain't going to slow down, and death doesn't scare him. You go, Rod. Free will. There's a Stanford study, Sabrina and Roger, that says humans do not have any free will. I wonder how many times this study will be used or attempted to be used by men in divorce court. The Nellens. Plane crash killed, I think, 3 of them. They're a gospel singing group. Crash was in Wyoming. I did not know of them, but sad story. Common mouth bacteria apparently can kill 99% of cancers. What? Can you imagine if that's the case? And Justin Timberlake's tickets in Europe are going for $9. Justin, it's time to hang it up, buddy. Wait 10 years, then come back, and everybody will love you again. But, can you imagine how much J-Lo and Timberlake hate Taylor Swift? This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.